Well, by this time in the show, I know what all of you are thinking. When is Luke going to talk about the most important story in America right now? When is he going to address Cocaine Gate? As I saw some right-wingers calling it. So let's address it. Let's talk about Cocaine Gate. If you missed this, cocaine was found at the White House. Very big story right now. Lots of chatter about it. And the right wing instantly, you can already, if you haven't seen the story, you already know where this is going. Just think cocaine, White House. What are they going to say? It was Hunter Biden. Of course, it's the obsession. Now, one thing that is left out when they talk about this is where the cocaine was found, because that instantly knocks down their theory about it being Hunter Biden that brought it. Or as we'll get to in the next segment, Biden himself bringing it, as Trump is accusing Biden of. But the cocaine was found in these cubbies or lockers as you're entering to go on a tour, if you're a visitor of that sort, and you have to put your belongings while you go on a visit like that into a little cubby. The president or the president's children aren't going through and putting their stuff in the cubbies, okay? Often they don't even go through that entrance that is where the cocaine was found. This is for visitors, like I said, going on tours. This is not for family of the president. But that hasn't stopped. As I've said before, don't let the facts get in the way of a good time. Isn't that right, MAGA? And so they're saying that Hunter Biden brought the cocaine. It's Hunter Biden's cocaine because of his past with drug addiction, and that's been the narrative. Well, this was too bonkers, even for Kayleigh McEnany. What? She had to debunk this on Fox News. Really funny to see, and I'll show you that in a moment. But to give you a sense of what the conspiracy theory is about Hunter Biden, here's this.
Huge difference.
And this is Republican Congressman Darrell Issa.
When, in fact, all the president and then before that vice president had to do was make it appear as though he was behind his son. He has done that before. He did it yesterday. He continues to have somebody with a history of drug addiction in the White House. And it is not a small problem that we find cocaine after Hunter Biden's been in the White House, and people roll their eyes and say, you know, we never had this before. What's changed?
Yeah. Congressman Darrell Issa, thank you, sir.
So, number one, baseless accusation. Number two, what is that talking point that you hear so often? This vague, oh, interesting. What is Hunter Biden doing around his dad? Why is he at the White House? Why is he with his family? Because they're family and they're going to see each other sometimes. Oh, we have a photograph of Joe Biden and Hunter Biden together the other day. It doesn't make any sense. It's perfectly expected that family members of the president will sometimes be seen with the president. Now, of course, Hunter Biden has a particularly rough past, and so I understand why optically, based on all the accusations and things that he's actually been involved in, his history with drug addiction and other things, it makes sense that maybe optically it's not the best thing for Biden to always be around him. Fair. But they act like just the nature of them being together is suspicious. Why is he being seen with someone with a history of drug addiction? It's his son. That's why. Okay. And then here is kind of the reporting of this story from Fox and Friends. Kayleigh McEnany's filling in for Ainsley Earhart. And this whole segment just cracked me up. Eventually, you'll hear Kayleigh McEnany have to slap down this story.
And the entrances between the two. As soon as the news came out on Sunday night into Monday, people are thinking, oh, cocaine, it's obviously Hunter related. And, you know, yesterday, the White House was very specific in saying family members, guests of family members go in the East Wing. It's not like they would come through the West Wing, so as to diminish that, you know, the rumor that it was somehow related to Hunter Biden. But unfortunately, because it's cocaine, people are thinking Hunter Biden, thinking about the president and the weird situation.
I don't see how that's possible. Look, Karine Jean-Pierre gave us no information whatsoever. I would have gone to Secret Service saying, guys, I cannot go to the press without some sort of information.
Give me a line.
Location.
Give me one line.
Yeah, well, her one line
so to
is,
speak.
she says, I've got something to share. The president and the first lady and the family were not here this weekend. That's not news. We all knew that.
Right.
And for it to be Hunter Biden, he left.
A lot of reviewers don't seem to know that.
On Friday, he was at Camp David. There is no way, it is inconceivable to think cocaine could sit for a 72-hour period. So I would rule him out at this point.
All right.
Absolutely.
So remember when Joe Biden was big?
Okay. One other really funny part of this to me was at some point during a recent segment, I joked about how if Biden smiles weird in the eyes of Fox News, it's a controversy. Take a look at this.
A package of cocaine in his White House. And I know he'd love to say it was there and Donald Trump left it behind, but that won't fly. Look at this awkward smile.
Y'all ready for this? Get ready. Clearly he's involved or something, or he is suspiciously not wanting to talk about the cocaine gate. You caught it? You see how suspicious that was? I mean, how's he going to recover?
Yeah.
So embarrassing. Think about the Swedish presidents there trying to lobby to get into NATO. But this, you can't.
Mm-hmm. Because notoriously, it's the president of the United States who handles whether or not cocaine gets into a cubby at the White House. He's the head of security day to day. He's checking the bags and all of that. It is concerning. You don't want illegal substances to be near the president. If it was something else more dangerous, I heard someone say, what if it was anthrax? You definitely want to make sure that nothing unwanted comes near the White House, of course. So that's its own story. But the fact that it always gets connected to either Biden being corrupt or horrible or being suspicious with his smiles, or Hunter Biden brought it, is the ridiculous part.